I finally got my hands on this oriental gem that I've been wanting for a while, but until I found it for a good price, I wasn't gonna pull the trigger. At the end of the day, balling on the budget is still my forte. Finally got it for a dope price, and I got it on hand, never spoke about it. I don't even think I've really spoken about this house on the channel. Show my motherfucking music so I can put you on to the little bit of gem, which you can obviously see in the title that I've been waiting for.
We're all alone in the villa every day, yeah. There's some friends from the south side in case you cared. Out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba.
Listen, morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. By the house of Frederic Malle. I don't have any Frederic Malle fragrances other than this one. I don't even think I have any more samples of any Frederic Malle. I think I have Portrait of a Lady sample, which is a nice fragrance, just not 100% my vibe. But then again, I smelled it like 3 years ago, so things may have changed. But this one was 100% my vibe ever since I smelled the sample, and then I started snorting the shit at Neiman. The fragrance is none other than Promise. This joint, rack. It's an oriental floral is how they describe it, but I call it sexy. This shit is a beautiful fucking fragrance. I've been wearing this joint for 2 days now, and man, lit. I mean, for a fragrance to have that peppery apple opening that's so beautiful and juicy yet slightly spicy, not too crazy spicy, still has that rose element of it, and it still has that oudi vibe. However, it has a blast of ambroxan in it, which is a little weird, but works well. For some reason, it just works very well in this fragrance, and the ambroxan doesn't stick out like the typical ambroxan fragrances that we know, the blue fragrances kind. It kinda helps marry all these notes together and gives it a little bit of life and vibrancy to this fragrance that you would just automatically assume to be dark, woody, and maybe a little stinky. Spray this shit on daddy's wrist right now. That apple and peppery vibes is beautiful. If you smell this shit too close like I just did, you might pick up a little bit of funk from that castoreum that the notes is listed. The apple just stays together all day. The ambroxan is there, but just merely as a vessel. Since there's 2 types of rose according to the notes in this fragrance, the rose note is a prominent note, but it's not wild crazy. It's a foundation piece, but it's not just rose, rose, rose all over the fucking place. I feel that the apple is pretty much the star in this shit. The pepper is super present. The clove vibes here just adds a beautiful Thanksgiving. I just fucked the ham, looking like the Hellraiser all over the place kind of. It's got that little bit of a holiday vibe, and the shit's got power, and I mean power. We're talking about 10 hours on my skin, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Like, this shit just works. Middle Eastern vibes and just sexy for the cold weather. Shouldn't be worn in anything else but cold weather, in my opinion. I'm talking about fall, winter vibe. The opening in this fragrance can be a little bit all over the place, but it's the dry down that really like lusciously sexy, dark and divine, extremely elegant, vivacious and voluptuous, and any other rhyming words that I try to put together because I can barely read. Frederic Malle fragrances have a big following. Like, a lot of people really fuck with the Malle house. Me, until this one, I haven't found one personally that I need or want in my collection as much as this one. This one, I needed it and I really wanted it, and really the magic happens when this fragrance dries down. Right now it's in a mid space, and it still may be a little bit weird. That castoreum is just a little bit too potent, but the dry down, trust me on this shit, is fire. So I'm happy as shit that I got this fragrance. I'm not gonna bore you with some complexity because that's not my vibe. Leave that to the real reviewers. For me, this is absolutely a ball sprayer. I've been fighting for this shit for maybe 2 years, and I finally got it for a decent price. So absolutely a ball sprayer. Let me just lift this motherfucker up right here. Promise. Have you smelled this shit? What do you think of it? Is it your type of vibe? Is it a little bit too funky for you? I'm curious to know. And if you're a Malle fan, what Frederic Malle fragrance do I absolutely need to have? Everybody says Portrait of a Lady. I didn't love it. I gotta re-smell it. But what other fragrance is like, yo, you need this? put me on and maybe I'll cop it. I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know what it is? Biggest in the game. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? Wanna know who's gonna pass the test? For the fly gun holder, money folder, Motorola start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.